Republican presidential hopeful Donald Trump is calling for a dramatic change in US policy towards Russia. During a campaign event, he voiced support for Moscow's anti-terrorist operations in Syria. To talk about this, we can go live now to RT correspondent Caleb Maupin, who joins us. Caleb, just take us through the events from today's press conference.
Well, Donald Trump is here in Washington, D.C., and the focus of his visit to the city is foreign policy. This evening, he'll be speaking at the American-Israeli Public Affairs Conference, and he had his press conference today. It was located at his Trump Hotel, which is in construction. And in the past, Donald Trump has indicated that he will talk to President Vladimir Putin, and he has questioned the U.S. relationship with NATO and the U.S. efforts in Ukraine. So at the press conference, I made a point of asking him about the possibility of a better relationship between the United States and Russia, and this is what he had to say.
Putin says very nice things about me. I think that's very nice. It has no effect on me other than I think it's very nice. If we can get along with Russia, that's very good. If Russia wants to spend millions of dollars a day dropping bombs on ISIS, I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. Some people don't like it. They say, no, that's our job. What's not our job? Let Russia, if they want to do that, I'm all for it. No, I want to get along with all countries.
It was a very interesting exchange. Presidential candidate Donald Trump has stated what he's stated many times, which is that he does not object to Russian involvement and Russian support of the Syrian government in its fight against ISIS. So that was quite an interesting interaction. Donald Trump is widely decried and denounced in U.S. media and by many mainstream figures in U.S. politics and many mainstream voices in U.S. media. But yet the more he's denounced, the more popular he becomes. Here's a package on that. Brash?
Disgusting reporters, horrible people.
Bold?
I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created.
Boisterous.
He referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it.
The Donald is the Republican presidential candidate who the talking heads on TV just love to hate.
The key is to keep Trump's numbers down.
The piece titled, "The Moment of Truth, We Must Stop Trump."
With him, everything that was supposed to sink him has lifted him instead.
But when he's sworn in as president, you will remember that date, because it's the one that time travelers from the future will come back to try and stop the whole thing from happening.
Let's bring back teleprompters, because these are just the brain farts of a guy who obviously has breathed in too much construction debris.
Pro, seeing Trump move into the White House. Con, seeing him try to flip it for twice its value. That's what he does. He's very good at that.
Beautiful.
Trump's detractors are many. Even the very person the billionaire businessman is hoping to replace, along with plenty of others who walk the corridors of power.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University.
Yet while everyone is hating on Donald Trump, they almost don't seem to be talking about anything else, which means that Trump is enjoying pretty extensive media coverage. He actually scooped some $1.9 billion in free advertising as a result, according to some of the latest estimations.
Nobody has ever in the history of politics received the kind of negative advertising that I have. And you explain it to me because I can't. My numbers went up.
It's symbiotic. Trump comes out and performs in a particularly daft way.
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
The media respond.
And you make comments like this, there's going to be fallout.
Trump responds to the media.
Somebody's doing the raping.
He creates it, he fuels it, and they feed off it.
It's often said that love and hate are not so far apart. And the U.S. certainly loves to hate Donald Trump.
Get that fascist out of our state!
And no doubt, he's loving the boost that's giving to his campaign.
I shot right to the top of the polls.
Caleb Maupin, RT.